Yo, what's good, boys? It has been highly requested for me to do a video explaining in depth how to backtest using FXReplay, what the purpose of it is, and how to actually journal your trades, right? So the first thing I would like to talk about real quick is how to get FXReplay for free, okay? As many of you know, FXReplay is like $20 a month for you to be able to backtest, right? And I'm broke, right? That's why I'm trying to do this, right? So I recommend y'all boys getting a looking up free email generator or a 10-minute email on Google. I'll link them in the description, both of them. And with both of those, you make new emails every single time, right? It'll generate a random email, post or paste it into the FXReplay, create a new account. You need to create a new account every single time you do this to get it for free, right? And you have to use a new email every single time. Okay, you can use the same card, right? And then you're gonna end up creating the account, and then it'll pull you up to the paying thing. You'll get 5 free days, 5 free day trial. And then pretty much after that, you go into your settings and you make sure you cancel the subscription. Then you'll have 5 free days to do it. So that's out of the way for many of you that may not know that, right? But the first thing I would like to go into why you need to backtest FXReplay. Why do you need to go through FXReplay to prove that your strategy is profitable, right? And this is something that I personally have seen, the bad things that have come through it, if that makes any sense, right? The bad things that have come from it. Not backtesting, right? I've been trading for 13 months, coming up on pretty much a year and 2 months, and this entire time I haven't traded FXReplay much, right? I would really hop on maybe once a month and I would trade it, but then it would mess with my psychology because I would lose and I would get off, right? Because I'd be like, oh, it's messing with my psychology, I can just forward test and all that stuff, and it's bullshit. Okay, and that's why I've been trading an unprofitable model for the past 6 months, right? It's because I don't have proven data showing me, okay, this is what I need to fix. Okay, this model itself is not profitable. I need to move on, or I need to critique something, right? That is the whole purpose of backtesting. With FXReplay, you see the exact data, the exact analytics that show you if your model is truly profitable on a month-to-month basis, right? And it shows a bunch of other things, average RR, win rate, a bunch of other things, what's your most profitable day, what's your, least profitable day, and all this stuff. This is very good stuff to, note, and I recommend y'all boys, journaling not through, your trades that you take on here, because you can journal right here, because your account is going to reset unless you actually pay for it. Your account's going to reset and you're going to lose all of your data that you collect every single time you make that new account on FXReplay to get it for free, right? But that has been the main mistake that I've made these past 6 months. I would be fully profitable, I believe, if I just, toughened it up and realized, through a lot of backtesting a few months ago, that my strategy was not profitable. So I needed to move on to something, more simple or something that I understand more, right? And I would literally be so much further than I am right now, because right now, 13 months in, my psychology, I believe, is great, but I don't have a fucking strategy that works, right? And I'm working on it right now. I bought a coach the other night, and we'll see how that goes. I believe that I will be able to make this work. But yeah, so all right, so with that out of the way now, why FXReplay is important. Let's just get straight into it, right? So what you want to do is, let's just say, for example, you decided, okay, we tapped into this 15-minute BISI, right? We have smooth highs with a prior day high up here. That's prior day high, yep. And I'm looking for longs, okay? Just a scenario, okay? Right, and let me full screen this a little bit more. All right, and I end up taking this trade. Okay, I take this long, right? Long right here, stop loss at this low, right? And I put my TP maybe right here, okay? Just for example, right? What I used to do, how I used to backtest, is I would look in hindsight, which is not what you want to do, okay? I would go through TradingView and I would literally just go back at old data. I would look up NQZ 2022 or whatever, because I thought that was the right way, right? And literally just did that and just collected data through hindsight. Let me show you boys real quick to tell you what not to fucking do, right? Okay, And this, like, I literally have thousands and thousands of samples that I've collected all through all this shit right here. Okay, this backtest data sets, I started this about like 4 months ago. Date September 3rd. Yeah, I've had this shit since then, and I've racked up a lot, right? And if it's gonna fucking load. But I started racking up like 50, 60, 80 like per fucking week. Like it was bad. In the beginning it wasn't much. But I would do this, and this is how I would do it. I would literally just scroll back, and I thought this was backtesting. If my shit loads, hello? Like, bro, what is it doing? Okay. You can understand this though, right? So I'm writing a bunch of notes about everything, as well as on the charts. You can see some notes I take, and I just explain situations and where I would long, where I would short, why on the high time frame, low time frame, all that stuff. And the reason why you do not want to do that is because you're pretty much cherry picking, right? You're not going to really post, you're not going to put in here your losses. You're only going to show the wins. So again, you do not know for sure with an analytical approach that your model is profitable on a month-to-month basis. All right, you want to know for sure if you are going to end the year off green, if you follow your rules, if you keep on trading that same strategy, if you are going to be profitable. That is what matters. Okay, doing this shit is not going to get you anywhere, no matter how many notes you take, right? All right, so let's just look at if this loads, bro. I hope this loads. Dude, my shit's tweaking. Okay, this is just one of them. Pretty much all of them, though. Just a lot of data, and it's in that form, okay? But what I would do is, let's just say, for example, let's say, for example, dude, my shit is tweaking. All right, okay. So I'll pull this up. Let's just say I'm taking notes, like right here, okay? I would go through each time frame that you are using, that you're actually utilizing. Okay, so sometimes you may use a 1 hour for your bias, sometimes you may use a 4 hour. It depends. Right, I'm the same way. I never have, a fully mechanical strategy where I'm always, okay, 1 hour this, 5 minute this, 1 minute this, right? Like, no, it depends on the situation. So maybe this example right here, 4 hour, okay? Tap into a 4 hour busy. So I'm looking for possible longs in the high time frame, right? And these are the little small things that I would point out, okay? And a lot of the times, you don't need to do this on FXReplay, but it is good. You can like write down different things, like why this happened, why we reached up into this, and then what happened after that, the reaction to that, stuff like that, just really small things. I'm trading pretty much the same exact strategy that I was before, so I don't have to take a lot of these notes. I'm pretty much trading the same exact strategy, but a different approach to narrative, right? I'm still trading inversions, still trading all that, just a different approach. So I don't need to go crazy with all the notes, formed SMT at these lows, like, it depends. But if you're brand new to like a different concept, I would really go, crazy with the call outs, with the notes, and right, okay, we formed SMT at this low, expecting an expansion higher. We got this nice expansion higher, very bullish. Retracement, looking for longs, right? And writing all these little things down, and writing them down in your journal on Notion. I would write down. Let me show you. I would write down. I would include. This is when I first started this model. I was fucking. I'm starting to understand it a little more. But I only started working on this specific model 2 days ago. But yeah, like for this one, I write down the time I take it. I'm going to fill all these out because you can see them in my trades, but time and the result of the trade. Okay, and you can kind of correlate the two, as well as you can click on each one and look back at why you lost, why you won. And the whole point of that is to realize what is consistent in your losses, right? Is your stop loss too tight? Is that why you're losing every single trade? Okay, is your high time frame narrative, is your bias wrong a lot of time? Okay. And if you realize, why you're losing these trades constantly, you can mitigate those by taking that shit out, right? And learning a new way to understand, whatever you're struggling with, right? Same thing with wins. Okay, what's the kind of a pattern that's happening every single time that's causing me to win? What looks, is there a more obvious gap? Is there a higher time frame? Tap into a PD array, like all these different things, like Is there SMT? Is there no SMT? Is that causing me to lose? Is that not causing me to lose? A bunch of these different things. So again, when you're starting off with this, I would really write as much as you can down and try to figure out, you know, what's working and what's not. But I mean, other than that, it's really simple. But let me show you real quick so right now I'm pretty much break even. I've been training this model for 2 days. I've been learning it for 2 days, and I'm pretty much fucking break even, which is great. But this is also including my old strategy, which is way too complicated, that Cryptic was trying to teach me. For me, it is too complicated. So this is probably skewed, but actually no, I can look at this, can I? Dude, okay, yeah, 1.1 R, 42% weight. So I mean, I'm on the edge of break even, but doing a lot better. These 4 months I was really struggling. I couldn't figure out what I was doing, and something clicked lately with more you know, obvious setups, and I'm starting to get more consistent right here. So I'm gonna have to reset that. But this is the whole point of why you need to do FXReplay, bro. Look how in-depth all this shit is. I'm not gonna look at all this, really, but I'm gonna be looking at, okay, what's my worst trading days? Most likely it's gonna be Mondays, right? And you know, what's my best months? Am I able to consistently make 2-3% a month? That's all you need. Again, trading is a capital game, so if you are able to, especially in the beginning, bro, 2% is great a month. The average trader cannot make 2% a month. The average trader cannot make 2% a month. Think about that, right? 2% is fucking nothing. That's literally one trade. I think that's like one trade. Not on this, because this is like a different size account, but that's literally one trade on a 50K, right? If you're risking 1% on a trade, you go for a simple 2R, that's 2% a month. You're done with your month, right? Like, this just shows you how, if you're able to get green every single month, which is what what you should be aiming for. You know, obviously, yes, sometimes you're going to have red months, but your model should be green every single month. Okay. And you know, typically you can click on this and it'll show like your little journal, but I haven't journaled any of these. But dude, like all of this data, right? I'm mainly focused on the RR. I'm mainly focused on the win rate and the total trades. But just this information itself, it's very insightful and helpful, bro. So hopefully y'all learned something from this video. Y'all are able to start up and start to journal on FXReplay and do FXReplay itself for completely free. Get that started and get you set up to start trading a profitable model and figuring out what model fits you and what's things you're doing wrong and right, so you can continue to improve your model and end up becoming profitable, right? So hope you boys have a blessed day and peace out.